let's go. Hey, are you ready? It's time for the Pwamps show. Hey, are you ready? It's time for the Pwamps show. Hey, Pwamps. Hey, Pwamps.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Pwamps.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here and we are in the West Coast studio. We're talking about the Golden Globes. Now, I'm going to be very honest with you all. I'm having a tough time recording this episode because, as we all know, one of the categories at the Golden Globes is Best Podcast. Okay? And I will tell you right now, if you didn't watch the show, if you did watch the show, you know this anyway, but if you didn't, I did not win. Okay? Amy Poehler did knock me off. I sent a letter to Amy. I was really sincere about it, and I wasn't able to come out victorious in this one. I think maybe next year I'll be back on stage. But Amy got the win, and I wish her all the best. I congratulate Amy Poehler. She wins Best Podcast at the Golden Globes. But speaking of the Golden Globes, let's talk about it. It was a great night. It was hosted by Nikki Glaser. It's really interesting to start this show, though. She kind of starts out with, and as we've seen award shows, we know that whoever's the host, whether it's a Conan O'Brien, a Nikki Glaser, whether it's a Steve Martin, they like to come out and they're going to interact with the crowd for anywhere from 5 to maybe 15 minutes. If somebody's really good and the crowd's really liking it, they'll be out there for a little while. If it's not going so well, they might cut it short a little bit. Well, Nikki Glaser was out there for a while, but what was really interesting this year was it kind of was more of a roast of a lot of people. She was saying Sean Penn's face looked like a burnt handbag and all this stuff. There were some jokes that it just kind of, I don't know. I guess I like more of jokes than a roast, if you know what I mean. But it is what it is. It happened, and that's what took place. We had a roast instead of a 15-minute opening that was full of jokes and full of good humor. Anyway, Nikki Glaser was our host, and the night got underway. First thing we have to talk about, it was a very big night for our first movie here from Paul Thomas Anderson, One Battle After Another. Now, I will start out by saying Leonardo DiCaprio did not win Best Actor, but I have to say this. I don't think this is a movie that Leonardo DiCaprio necessarily should win for. I've talked about this last week's episode. When you picture Leo, you picture him as everybody says, okay, but that's Leonardo DiCaprio. You picture those performances like The Revenant. You picture Titanic. This one's not on that scale for me. Although I think he does a very good job in One Battle After Another, this is not one that I would be winning in award season for if I was Leo, looking at Leo this award season. Now, I do have to give a shout out, though, to Tiana Taylor. She was excellent in this movie. She won Best Supporting Actress. She took down Amy Madigan, took down Ariana Grande, and it was a big-time win for her and the entire cast. And then shout out to Paul Thomas Anderson, who had a great night. He was on stage quite a few times. He was partying up there, kind of was laughing because he felt like he was kind of giving the same exact speech a couple of times, but it was a big-time win for One Battle After Another, and it was a great night for them as well. Let's keep it going. By the way, that movie also, One Battle After Another, folks, it did win Best Film, Musical, or Comedy. We keep going. Now we get to Sentimental Value. This is another excellent movie that a lot of people have told me is top-notch in this award season. I haven't seen it yet. People have highlighted Stellan Skarsgård for how brilliant he is in this role, and I can tell you right now, I cannot wait to see this. When I've seen Chernobyl, he blows me away in most things he is in, and he gave a great speech as well. Sentimental Value, another one that a lot of people are talking about this award season that you want to keep your eyes on. He'll look to keep it going at the SAG Awards, now the Actor Awards, and the Oscars coming up in a few months. Let's keep it rolling. Now, we also, if I had legs, I would kick you. Rose Byrne, probably the most shocked performer of the night when she won Best Actress in a musical or comedy. She was thrilled. She went up on stage, said her husband, Bobby Cannavale, who's another great actor from Ant-Man and a lot of other excellent roles and other projects, He was not in attendance because he was going somewhere to get them a bearded dragon, getting some reptile. I mean, I kind of laughed at that because I'm like, I don't know if Rose Byrne and Bobby didn't think she was winning or what was going on, but they needed to get that bearded dragon, folks. Get over here. I don't know what's more important, get the bearded dragon and get it in the cage, or watch your wife win Best Actress in a Comedy at the Golden Globe. That doesn't happen very often, but guess what? They got that bearded dragon, Bobby and Rose Byrne. But a lot of people talking about Rose Byrne in this film. Going to be watching that really shortly as well, because I cannot wait to see how she does in this movie. Let's keep it going. Now we get to our news segment here. Steve Coogan, who is an excellent actor, folks. I have to tell you, there was a movie that was in the award season a while back with Judi Dench, Philomena. It was an outstanding movie. There's a couple characters that, believe me, you will dislike in this movie. Steve Coogan was unbelievable. And yes, he was in like Night at the Museum, but different angle here with Philomena. He's now joining the cast of The White Lotus for its 4th season. That's going to be very excited. Also, shout out to Jeremy Irons, who I think in every movie he's in, every role he's in, he's another actor who just blows it out of the park. He's excellent. That's our news for The White Lotus. Let's keep it going. We now get to some Star Wars fans news. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I made that quote with Hayden Christensen, this is where the fun begins. Fans are really starting to feel that right now, ladies and gentlemen. Kathleen Kennedy is stepping down as the president of Lucasfilm, and guess what? Dave Filoni, who has been so heavily involved, he's been so praised. He's brought us so many great Star Wars projects alongside Jon Favreau, The Mandalorian. Ahsoka is his baby. He is now the new president of Lucasfilm. A little bit of news, though. He couldn't stand Andor. Geez, I thought Andor was outstanding. Diego Luna was up for Best Actor in a Drama Series, and guess what? I thought it was excellent. Dave Filoni apparently not a big fan of it. So anyway, he's the new president of Lucasfilm. This is going to be a really exciting time to be a Star Wars fan. So many things that we really have been wishing for, hoping for, we finally might get to see become a reality. Also, by the way, at Disneyland and Disney World, we're starting to hear that some news, speaking of Star Wars, that Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, they're going to start interpreting more of the original trilogy characters in Batuu, which I think will be really awesome. You're going to see Han, you're going to see Luke, you're going to see Princess Leia, and you're going to see Darth Vader all there in Disneyland and Disney World. It's going to be really cool, and that's our Star Wars news. Dave Filoni taking over. Let's keep it going. Now we've got some interesting things for fans of How to Train Your Dragon. Now, this past summer, because geez, it's 2026, it's January, that's crazy, that How to Train Your Dragon, the live-action movie, came out this past summer. It's been, geez, almost 6 months. That's crazy. But it came into theaters. That was our first live-action film of the How to Train Your Dragon series. And we've got How to Train Your Dragon Chapter 2 coming. And guess what? Cate Blanchett is going to reprise the role that she lent her voice to in How to Train Your Dragon 2 as Valka. She will be back playing the same character. Really exciting. We get to see her do these scenes with Gerard Butler and Mason Thames. This is a really exciting moment for all those fans out there at DreamWorks that love these How to Train Your Dragon movies. They are so good. The live actors are excellent. And Cate Blanchett will be in the cast. This is exciting stuff. Let's keep it going. Now, we get to the Actor Awards, and some of you are probably looking here wondering, well, the Actor Awards, what are those? Well, this is the SAG Awards. As you can see here at the bottom, presented by SAG-AFTRA. This year, SAG-AFTRA is changing it to the Actor Awards, and this is March 1st. It's coming up. We got a lot of big things going on, and it's really exciting. One thing I do want to remind everybody about the SAG Awards, the Actor Awards, is there really isn't a Best Picture. There's not a Best Drama Series. There's not a Best Comedy Series. What you see here, it's the Actor Awards. So it's all about the cast and the cast that bring these characters to life. So with that being said, the key awards of the night that are kind of on the scale of Best Picture are you have Best Drama Ensemble, Best Comedy Series Ensemble, Best Film Ensemble. Those are the huge awards that are kind of on the scale of Best Picture, Best Comedy Series, Best Drama Series. Those are what you're going to see at the Actor Awards. March 1st, folks, a lot of exciting stuff. Let's keep it moving there, see what we got. Now, first thing we have to get to, it's some more news. It's important that everybody sees this because the Actor Awards, they just put this out. We're going to have a dress code. We're going back to the 1920s, 1930s, the golden era of Hollywood. That is what people want to see. We don't want to see Jennifer Lopez in see-through dresses anymore. We just want to see glamour and glitz back on the red carpet where it belongs. Was anyone else confused why J-Lo was even at the Golden Globes? Because I was. I saw her get out of the limo and I was like, what is Jennifer Lopez doing here? Ben Affleck's not with you anymore, lady. I mean, what are you doing here? Anyway, okay, we're going to move on. But that is our dress code in force now at the SAG Awards. Next thing, I hope you all did. I went and saw Song Sung Blue, and I can tell you right now, first of all, the music of Neil Diamond, how it's portrayed in this movie, it really made me become a fan of Neil Diamond again. And again, everybody talks about Sweet Caroline. Hugh Jackman wouldn't want me to say that, but it's so prevalent in this movie, but you see so many other sides of Neil Diamond's music in this film. Now, to get to the main talking point of why I'm bringing this up, this is a really, really good movie. It's one that at award season, a lot of people have been talking about. Kate Hudson, she's up for Best Actress. And I tell you, it's really interesting because there are certain moments in this film that Kate Hudson really shines. Okay, she is really, really good. Now, there are a lot of other great nominees this year. That's one thing to take in as well. Tiana Taylor was back up as well. But I will say, Kate Hudson has those breakthrough moments where you see different sides of her, unlike other performances that we've seen her do in the past. Another thing I want to bring up, Hugh Jackman, I said this last week, going in, he was not getting really any awards hype for this. He's very good in this movie. He's very good in a lot of the projects he's in, but he does a really nice job in this movie. He shows a lot of different emotion. He breaks down a little bit. He goes through a lot of trauma with Kate Hudson in this film. You see a lot of different emotions displayed on screen by both of our two lead actors here. It's a really nice film. It's a feel-good movie with some moments that will pull at your heartstrings, but I would really recommend that if you didn't watch it, you check out Song Sung Blue. Let's keep it going. Now, this is a film we got to talk about. I just saw this in theaters last night, okay? And it's just starting today to hit theaters nationwide. It was in a limited release in Burbank and a couple of other theaters. This is Dead Man's Wire. Great cast, by the way. Have to start out. Carrie Yules is in this movie. You've got Bill Skarsgård, who, yes, is Pennywise. And we do see, for slight moments, folks, you see those Pennywise eyes. They do come into play a little bit, little crazy eyes where they're roaming a little bit. Bill Skarsgård does a very nice job in this movie. I mean, really bringing it to a nice level with very different levels, okay? He can really show he's a dramatic actor in this film. I know he does that as Pennywise, but to see him out of the clown makeup and actually killing it, we got a couple of flashes of those type scenes in It, Chapter 1 and 2, but now we get to see it in a full-length movie here. At an hour and 45-minute runtime, Bill Skarsgård is great. Another guy I love, Dacker Montgomery. He's a standout in this film. It's a great cast about a nice little hostage situation that took place in 1977, Indianapolis. It was all over the news, and it's called Dead Man's Wire, and it's one that will leave you in suspense. It does have you guessing what's going to happen next. How is this going to end? There's moments where, oh my Lord, was that real? Was it a dream? You will find out. Go check out Dead Man's Wire. Great cast, great characters, and it's a story that keeps moving. Was it one of my favorite movies of the year? No, it wasn't. We're only in January so far, but I've seen some good movies. Is it up there? Not quite, but it's one that if you're a fan of that suspense genre, I think you'll enjoy. Let's keep it moving. Now, here's what we've got. Got to talk about this. This is the movie that, folks, we are going to be watching this week. Chloe Zhao, director of Nomadland. She's done tons of great films that have been out and have won awards. Nomadland won Best Picture. Okay, remember that one from Frances McDormand back in 2020? Another excellent film. Now she's back with Hamnet. Jessie Buckley. She won Best Actress in a Drama. Okay? Hearing a lot of great things about her performance. You've also got Paul Mescal. Chloe Zhao's excellent. Steven Spielberg went on stage. You know when you're getting this praise from Steven Spielberg, he said only somebody like Chloe Zhao could bring this movie of this scale to life. I cannot wait to see this week. I'm going to see it this week in theaters. I really hope all of you go see it as well, because guess what, folks? It won Best Drama. Hamnet won Best Drama. That's why we're going to see it this week. I've also heard, though, and I want to give everybody a quick reminder, a lot of these movies that are up for awards, I'm saying going to be, you've got the two big award shows left, obviously, for film and television. You've got the SAG Awards, the Actor Awards, and you've got the Oscars. So this is just around that time that, let's say there was a movie that came out in theaters, we didn't know it was going to be up for awards yet, we didn't have the nominees, or you just missed out on seeing it. Now's the time they're going to be coming back to cinemas. I know AMC, I'm an AMC guy, I'm an A-list member. Yes, I am. 4 movies a week in any format, as you know. But they always like to do a 24-hour marathon, a 2-day showcase where they'll show 5 nominees and the other 5 nominees the next night. They do a lot of cool things when these nominees actually come out, which have to announce that on January 22nd, the Oscar nominees will be out. We'll be covering that next week to let everybody know what those nominees are going to be. There's a lot of hype, a lot of expectations around that. But just be prepared, because these movies are going to be back in theaters. And Stellan Skarsgård said it best in his speech. These movies are meant to be seen in a theater, okay, on the big screen. I've said that on the Pwamps show for a long time. See these movies on the big screen. That's where they're meant to be seen. I know you might have a little home theater at your house, but if you're able, get to the theater and go see these movies. They're going to be coming back before the SAG Awards and back before the Oscars. It's a fun time. Folks, I hope you like the show today. It's been a fun one. There's a lot of great news. You're excited to see Dave Filoni step in as president. What do you think is going to happen at the SAG Awards? How's this dress code going to work out? Are things going to change, or are they not? We got a lot of questions. We'll be back covering it next week. It's going to be fun. And like I said, we'll have those Oscar nominations for you. We'll go over those a little bit. Have a good one. Talk to you soon. And hey, we've got a big sports weekend coming up, so I'll see you then.